but I'm going to go ahead and do one with Nellie because we have this down for the babies. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'm just going to talk about showmanship, tips to prepare your lamb, and like even just preparing your lamb for showing. And then, so let's get started. Okay, so when you walk your lamb in showmanship and any other show, you always want to be on the opposite side of the lamb as the judge. So, like, if I was walking, I would be like this. Say you're the judge, and I'm the showman. I would be on this side of the lamb, so that way he can see the lamb right. So I do a circle around him. And then, she's being a butt today. And then I go, and I always set the back legs first because she can easily move these front legs. And she likes to do that if you set them first. And then, you always want to be bent into your lamb because when I was little, I was showing, and I was at Top State Fair, and I didn't bend my knee enough, and that was the only thing she counted off on me, because if you look like this, your knee isn't bent and it doesn't look like you care about this. So it doesn't look like you want to be there. So you have to make sure you're bent and into this lamb, so that way it looks like you actually want to be there. Another thing is, when you're showing, a judge can count off if you don't have enough brace coming out of the lamb. So like right now she's just sitting here and she doesn't look like very presentable or anything. So then you want to make sure you get a good brace. I like to, if you hit like gently on top of here, they always get a good brace. And so I always do that and make sure she gets a good brace. You have to make sure all your legs are set. So, and then the most important thing is with this lamb, it's not the most important thing, but it's like a good key. So like it's a key part to it. So you always make sure your legs are set, of course, because that's like the main thing they look for, and being able to have control. So you have to have control of your lamb. And so you get all those legs set and you get in. With Nellie, you see how her nose is like this? She likes to put her nose like at an incline. You want to make sure that nose stays flat. So with her, I have to lean out and use my thumbs to bring it down. And then when I do my fingers, I always do like a pistol, because like I went to the show camp one time. It was like when I was younger. I went to a show camp and they were like, I always do pistols because it makes you look more professional and it gives you more handle on the lamb. So like it'll outline their head right there, which of course she's being a butt. And then another thing is, if you're walking towards the judge, you want to make sure your nose stays down. And I like to put my head like almost like you pull back on their jaw, because it keeps their nose down and it keeps them walking at a good speed. So like, and then another thing is, like, the judge will be on one side and then he'll just switch to the other side. So you have to make sure you're at a right spot.